The Ravens Flock presents The Black Files, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Pop a squat, pop open a cold one with all of your friends. It is Wednesday night, only a couple of hairs past 10 p.m., and you've been granted access to the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. So, whether you're a friend or you're a fiend, boy, girl, or in between, you are tuned in to a brand new episode of The Black Files.
Thank you very much for opening us, Juancho. Happy to be here on Wednesday night, September 24th, and I'm happy to report that I have survived the Raptors. These creatures think that they're going to stop us, but no, sir, we're not going to Jurassic Park the human race this time.
Oh my God.
Jose.
Raptors?
It's
really?
Not,
Raptors.
It's not the Raptors. It's the
Yes,
Rapture.
Well, that sounds
You
less
go up
silly
in the
and
sky.
cool.
You float away into the sky. You don't have a pet raptor. There's a difference.
Sadly.
I would like the latter.
I would like a raptor or a pack of raptors.
I would have,
but not a bunch of raptors.
I would have loved for us to have a raptor each,
Well,
but no,
a
we're not allowed to
raptor-
have nice things in this timeline. Can I? Would it be a humble brag if I talk about my nice thing? Or is that like, hey, no, we freaking at least have that? And like, would that be too braggadocious? Or
imagine being able to build.
Or is that too much?
No, not really. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Well, the one nice thing that I'm finally allowed to have is I finally got a hold of a car. We finally have a vehicle again. Yay! Yay! This is.
I'm zooming in my room.
That's awesome.
Well, like.
Hey, you deserve that, okay, man?
Listen,
you worked for that.
I appreciate that, but what's most important is I'm sorry that you're not going to be able to have a raptor. I know how much that means to you, Jose.
A fucking raptor. Thank you for clarifying. A rapture, not a raptor. Now you make things sound lame.
I'm sorry.
Who
it's
wants
not
a
my
raptor?
Fault. It's not my fault. I'm not the one who named it. It was literally. By the way, folks, fun fact: the rapture isn't really a thing. It was invented in by Calvinist Christians in the 1830s. It's not a real thing. It's not even a full 200 years old. It's not real.
So, at least we don't believe in, that was going to happen because, barely anyone knew that it was going on. But some people believed it so much that this one lady sold her house on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
What? That is
not
crazy.
Yeah.
She sold all of her belongings and sold her house.
And then it didn't happen.
And the person who bought the house said,
Mine.
if she's asked for it back, I'm saying no.
I was gonna say,
like everything.
It's a price to pay, no raptor. No, the good news is we don't have to worry about raptors running amok. The bad news is we're not gonna get to have pet raptors, and we still have all the psychos that legitimately thought that they were gonna be floated up into the sky, which is kind of sad. I would have loved to float into the sky. Or at the very least, I would have loved for the crazy people who believe that stuff literally and in a direct manner for them to have floated up so that they could leave us alone. So I could get the rest of the world back to me. No rapture, no money back. Yeah, no refunds, no exchanges.
That's a nice movie.
Oh my god, I'm your host, Juan Arouse, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team. I'm the guy who's actually a little bit disappointed, only a tiny bit, with the dealership that allowed us to get a hold of the new car. Only because they did give us a digital copy of our documentation in a little flash drive. The thing that disappoints me is the capacity of this flash drive. Guess how much space is in this flash drive?
8 gigabytes?
Less.
It ain't even a gig.
Jose, Don't give away the game. You already know. No, it's not 8 gigs. And no, it's not even 1 gig.
What?
Is it like 500 megabytes?
Is it megabytes?
128 megabytes.
I thought we got away from those tiny itty-bitty
Like, it's just enough. Yeah, well, K-Storm over here, just like I said, it's just enough to hold the paperwork for the documentation, which is fine. I have no problem with having a digital copy and being efficient in your spacing. But that just feels offensive to me. You know, like, how can anyone have any sort of storage unit that's not at least 1 gigabyte, even if it is just a thumb drive? Like, come on, people. It's 2025. Like technology isn't that, like, expensive for this stuff anymore. Like at the pharmacy, you still have people charging like $50 for a 16 gigabyte memory card. Have you seen those? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like, legitimately, like, look, I got this old ass thumb drive 10 years ago. This has 2 gigabytes of space in it, for crying out loud. It's like, this is tinier than 10-year-old tech. Come on, cut me a break here. Thankfully, I am not alone tonight. I am joined by our usual suspects. K-Storm might pop in her opinion over here. My lovely right-hand woman, the matriarch of the Ravens flock, of course. She might throw her opinion in throughout the show. Angel Mendez cannot join us tonight, but he will be joining us this Saturday for our brand new setup of Los Amigos Play, so we'll definitely get through with him. Continuing on, we have our lovely ladies of the Ravens flock joining me, cosplayers extraordinaire, our own personal Starlight Rose themselves. Give it up for Dragon Fang and Zayana Rose cosplay!
Hey, Sleepy.
I can't believe that it's almost October.
Oh God, no.
It is almost the actual spooky.
Yay!
Spook.
Yay!
It's Halloween. It's pre-spook. It's pre-spook right now.
I don't want to get older.
Yeah, it's pre-spook right now. It's almost spook, and it's also
always spooky
birthday.
season.
It's almost a spook birthday.
But it's like,
well, the audience hasn't seen it.
in the theme of
Scary.
Since we're talking spooky season over here, this is just a little bit of autumn style art courtesy of K-Storm, so y'all can see. All done on her own. It was a combination of watercolor, pen ink,
and penning.
Yeah, but it's awesome. I dig it over here. And let's not forget the main man himself, the founder of the Ravens flock, the executive producer and content manager of our channel, host of Wrestle Rewind live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and host of the Ravens flock live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Give it up for Mr. Jose Casabona!
Thank you very much for that warm introduction. Happy to be here with all my friends and happy to be here with all our viewers, listeners, donors, inner flockers, lurkers, subscribers, followers, everybody in between. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening.
Court processors, estranged
your chip bags right there.
besmirched
And your
ex-girlfriends.
All the same, I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening, and I hope some of you have survived the rapture.
No, I wish. I feel so bad for those folks too, because they put so much of their own faith and they put so much of their belief in that stuff, and just to get let down because they followed an asshole charlatans, I feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's their own fault.
Well, Jose, do us a favor, take care of the housekeeping, would you? And we'll get into the chat in a minute because I see a lot of chatter about the flash drive and about the Raptors.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all
Please.
good. I got this. So, folks, like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. So be sure to hit the subscribe and the follow button. Click that notification bell for all our content. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. And for $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you are here to help rescue the Ravens flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way now is the fact that we have to work 9-to-5 jobs just to keep the lights on. However, there's a way that you can help rescue us from this dim and dismal fate, and that's by doing what you fine folks at home have been doing for us all along, which is supporting the Ravens flock by liking our content, commenting both during and after the stream, sharing our content to all your friends, family, and loved ones, and everyone who has in your life who has an affinity for geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. And most importantly, making sure that everyone you know and that you've referred us to is subscribed to us, as well as yourself, of course, and making sure you hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content here. The more you do this, the more people you refer us to, the more subscribers we get. The more subscribers we get, the more inner flockers can be converted out from that. And before you know it, we'll be completely financially self-sustaining to the point where we no longer have to do this just for the love of the game, but we can also do this for a living, where we can finally work for you, where we can finally work for ourselves, where we can finally take this channel to the heights and the new dimensions that it's worthy of for such a long-running project. With your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to Members First and Members Only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you get access to all of us, the Ravens flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. I see in the chat Kyle's up in the house. I saw Kyle, he was referring James of the Giant Pumpkin. You know what? Like James of the Giant Peach was fun. That was a cool movie. Let me see here. Let's see. Could have been a lot worse. It could have been a 3-inch floppy disk. I know, right? Because that only holds like what? How many megabytes?
Not even.
Not
enough, bro. Not enough.
No. Those are the 6-inch. The 3-inch ones. Those held a couple of megabytes. Let's see. Megabytes in a 3.5-inch floppy disk. I said floppy.
Oh my God, floppy disk.
Floppy disk.
Blast from the past,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Okay. No, you were right, K-Storm, kind of. 1.44 megabytes was the standard capacity for one.
Oh.
That would hold nothing anymore.
I know, right?
Like, I knew it was tiny.
God almighty, that is painful tiny. That is painfully tiny, and
Bro,
like
remember when that held so much?
I actually do, because I used to run a backup drive for the images and stuff that I used to hold on my old ass computer as a kid. So it used to hold a lot. Doesn't anymore. I'm glad that we're all able to agree that the expansion of society's ability to converge on tech has been greatly expanded, and so is our demand for it. You lease these fart knockers here. Look at it this way, Juan. You could still hold. You could hold the entire NES library about several times over on that little flash drive. You're probably right. It's like what? How kilobytes were the bit for Nintendo for NES cartridges? Matthew Coburn,
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, Matthew Coburn's in the chat. The rapture did happen on the Daily Show. LOL. Well, Shnikes,
Oh yeah, I saw that. Thank you. But that being said, yeah, no. While there may be a limit,
Mr. Quake
and there
too.
may be.
Hey, Mr. Quake, welcome to the Black Files. Sorry, Zach. Go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no. I was just going to say there is one thing that we can rely on that doesn't have any cap and doesn't have any limits that we need to worry about. And that is energy, thanks to our awesome partners over at Glitch Energy.
Yay! That's right, Glitch Energy's specially formulated smart energy blend keeps you running strong all day long, just like the Ravens Flock. And it comes with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, 0 lag, and of course, 0 crash. Now don't take those, don't be misled by all those zeros. These babies are loaded with flavors, and Glitch Energy has tons of different flavors to choose from for their gaming energy, smart energy line. And as you can see in my hand, I've got the Karen tiers up in this house. And yes, this one's a personal favorite of mine, and that's usually the one that we reserve for Dragon Fang, namely because she has to deal with Karens just like I do. Because God help us both. But what's actually important is that these guys have a buttload of flavors to choose from over here. We still actually have some berry plume, don't we, Jose?
We do have some berry plume somewhere, but yes, Juan does have a point. On the website glitchenergy.com, there are several flavors to choose from, and there's always a flavor for each and every one. And of course, if you're like us, broke-ass nerds, then you don't have the money to afford your product, but that's okay because Glitch can help you with the Cash App Afterpay program. It's 4 interest-free installments split up payments split up at every 2 weeks until you're able to pay off the full retail cost of your product.
That's right. For instance, if you wanted a tub of Glitch Energy, or the Berry Plume specifically, the full price of it would be $34.95. In your order, it would only, through Cash App Afterpay, it would only amount to 4 interest-free bi-weekly payments of $8.74. If you time it right, you can time it out to withdraw the same week as your paycheck, and that way you don't have to worry about paying anything up. And the best part about it is that you don't actually have to wait to receive your order. You don't have to wait for your payments to finish up to receive your order. It's not a layaway program. You can set yourself up with here's your hack of the day. Set yourself up with express delivery, and get set up with the with Cash App Afterpay. That way you can get your full order right away and still save yourself money in the short term here. So so that way you just pay off the full order over a span of 8 weeks, right? And that's it.
8 weeks. That would be the estimate. And of course, we've got your back as well, folks. Because if you go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel, you'll receive a 20% discount on your order. So don't delay. Go to glitchenergy.com, use our promo code, and get your glitch now.
We'd like to once again thank Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. We appreciate you guys very much. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this ball rolling over here because oh dear God, we've got a bit of a tale to weave for you guys tonight. Now, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if we've mentioned this to anybody here, but we here at the Ravens Flock, like, pretty much almost all of us, we're kind of on the gay side of Sears. Kind of. Like, there's literally only 1/3 of the Ravens Flock are straight, or like 100% straight. That would be Jose and Angel over here.
Battery.
Juan, I didn't know you were gay.
Battery.
I'm not gay, but I'm not 100% straight, am I? Listen,
Because
my
I'm not
wife,
a girl.
my spouse K Storm doesn't identify as female. They're non-binary here, and so
You can call me wife, but I'm not a girl.
okay, I don't know if you can hear her. She said I can call her wife, but they're not a girl. Zayana, Dragonfang, I know y'all are
I mean, wife.
queerer side of Sears over here. So this kind of hits.
Yeah, bye.
Yep. See, there you go.
Yeah, because
Bye.
I walked into that.
sorry,
Yes.
I
that
walked
was
into
so
that.
perfect.
Did.
Let's just say that we're definitely ace at being bi.
Yeah.
But
I started by, but I'm thinking now I'm more pan because it doesn't really matter what's in the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
For those
I don't identify as straight. I identify as a meat popsicle.
Is this a police control, Jose? Are you being hunted down by Gary Oldman?
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just sitting here for just a minute, just smoking and talking to my candid. The next thing I hear is big giant alarms. Why are these yellow circles in my wall?
Is Mila Jovovich in your shower, Jose?
No comment.
Fucking hell. This is why I don't like uninvited guests in my house. Point is, even if we're not all some member of the LGBTQ community directly, every one of us in the Ravens flock are 100% in support of the LGBTQ community for everyone's right to express their love and express themselves and to be able to enjoy themselves and to live their lives free of persecution. So long as you're not harming anyone and so long as you're not predating on underage kids, then I don't give a fuck. You know, like you're getting out with an adult. Okay, you two consent. Okay, cool. I don't care. Go ahead.
Whatever combination your wise loins.
K-Storm, if you're gonna pipe up.
I said in whichever combination your wise loins direct.
There you go.
And that's from a Khajiit book.
Your wise loins? That's from a Khajiit thing? That's a freaking Elder Scrolls thing?
Go. Yes, I will show you later.
So weird. The Elder Scrolls is weird. But that's what's important. What's important is we want to make sure that we're giving representation, that we're expressing ourselves 100%, and that there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I know Angel isn't gay or anything. He's as straight a guy can be. Jose, he likes the ladies. I like the ladies. I'm married to a lady that's not a lady. There's lady-like, but not lady. Okay, honey, help me out here. I just worked myself into a shoot here. Help me out. I worked myself into a pretzel. And not a yummy pretzel.
I'm a gremlin. I'm a goblin.
Gremlin, yeah.
A gremlin, a goblin? Okay, sure, whatever.
So what about you, Juan? What do you identify yourself as?
A problem.
He identifies as the only one.
No.
The only one.
No.
The one and only.
No. You know what I identify as? Smarter than you.
Honey.
Boom. No.
Number 3. Enjoy
Smarter than
life.
you and hotter than you.
Life is short. If you have not made love recently, please put down this book and take care of that with all haste. Find a wanton lass or a frisky lad or several. In whatever combination your wise loins direct, and do not under any circumstances play hard to get. Our struggle against the colossal forces of oppression can wait. No, and then, good.
Wow.
Welcome back.
Damn.
Jesus. That is like Pride Parade fucking stuff if ever there was one. Holy fuck. Like, I'm actually fucking fine with that. Okay, so that's some Elder Scrolls shit for you people. Oh, Matthew Coburn was saying, I am Steve Rogers.
I am Groot.
Kyle saying, my girlfriend self-identifies as transhuman because she was originally born in AI. I can live with that. And Matthew Coburn saying, whatever you want, people shouldn't have to be alone. You're right. It shouldn't have to be.
Yeah.
All right, and like, so, I wanted, before I continue over here, I would like to go ahead and thank Dragonfang tonight because she brought this story up when it broke, and there have been developments since then. The actual story itself broke last Friday night on September 19th because, like, as I'm sure you're aware by now, if you read the caption, if you read the thumbnail, you know what we're going to be talking about. Because since we're local to the Tampa Bay area here in Florida, we, of course, like to give shout-outs to people who participate in and celebrate during Pride Month. However, this coming year in 2026, that may not be a possibility, at least not in the way that we are used to seeing it. That's why we're talking about tonight the announcement that that 2026's Tampa Pride Festival had been canceled. I'm going to go ahead and give you all the main story for it in a moment here. But truthfully, when I heard the news originally, I was royally pissed off because of the reasons given. Y'all are going to hate and love this all at the same time, only because... Oh, who am I kidding? You're not going to love this. This is bullshit. You're going to hate this. Alright, so... I'm going to start off with the very first article that we got out of this. And I'm going to share it with you fine folks at home here. If you wish to read it on your own time, And again, thank you, Dragonfang, for helping us out with this tonight. So this was posted Friday, September 19th. And headline on it, it's pretty straightforward. From News Channel 8, NBC, WFLA, Tampa Pride 2026 canceled due to, quote, current political and economic climate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. No, this is going to be a fucking problem. All right. Posted on Friday. Let's see here. By Nathaniel Rodriguez for News Channel 8. Tampa Pride announced that it will be putting the city's annual Tampa Pride Festival and Diversity Parade on hold for a year. In a Facebook post which appears to copy a letter from the board of Tampa Pride dated August 1st, Tampa Pride cited political and economic difficulties in maintaining the festivities for 2026. Quote, the current political and economic climate, including challenges with corporate sponsorships, reductions in county, state, and federal grant funding, and the discontinuation of DEI programs under Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, has made it increasingly difficult for our organization to sustain ongoing operations for 2026, the post reads. Tampa Pride said these challenges have caused it to put the celebration on a one-year hiatus for all Tampa Pride events. Quote, we recognize the festival and parade's significant financial contribution to local businesses and its vital role to our LGBTQIA plus community, the post reads. However, this pause is necessary for the organization to regroup, reassess our long-term strategy, and identify additional avenues of funding to secure the future stability of Tampa Pride events. So the post we announced that Tampa Pride's president Carrie West's contract would expire on August 31st, 2025. So this was last month. It already expired. Carrie, your remarkable dedication and unwavering service as president of Tampa Pride over the past 12 years have been deeply valued, the post read. The board, directors, committee members, and the community are profoundly grateful for your tireless effort and leadership, which have left a lasting impact on our organization and the many events you have brought to the city and county that has showcased our unique, inclusive area across the country. And as you can see, they even say right there that this is a developing story over here. So that's like the meat and potatoes of the story. Initial thoughts here so far, people.
I actually wonder if they're just using that as an excuse, but it's actually, I mean, playing devil's advocate right here, but what if, because of how everything is going right now, with people targeting trans people and everything, what if they're doing that to try and protect the people?
I don't doubt it. But there's got to be...
There has to be more. But, like, currently, I'm hesitant for anyone to go there, especially with the increase in gun violence lately. And we've already known that, you know, when it comes to these types of parades and everything, they tend to attract bad people. I can't remember which one it was, but do you remember when quite a few people got run over? In several different parades?
I think I do.
So if there's going to be an increase in attacks against the LGBTQ community, you know, is it safe?
I'm actually looking it up. That was back in 2021, where
2021, yeah.
there was it was actually deemed like an accident because the driver was a 77-year-old with medical ailments over here.
Oh no, it wasn't that one. No,
Not the Fort
there
Lauderdale
were other
2021?
ones in which it was actually they actually drove into there. I don't know if it's a Pride Parade, but I know there was some other ones in which people actually were severely hurt.
Oh.
It's been a while, so I don't remember which one. But
Well, I know.
Honestly, if they did have Pride, I would expect there to unfortunately be
a lot less people.
Well, not only that, but like someone trying something and either hurting or killing people.
There would be a lot less people because people would be hesitant on going because of as you said, the increased gun violence that is happening. It's like, what if that would happen here?
That is why I did not go to Tampa Pride this year, because there had been a shooting in Ybor City not long before.
Yep, I remember that. That was way too close for comfort.
No, you're
And
right.
there's already been attacks on the LGBTQ community because, I mean, look what was happening with them painting over the rainbow sidewalk for Pulse again.
I'm just thankful that there were people. Yeah, no, that was really fucked up. But I am just thankful that the people over in Orlando, they responded back by painting it back up because.
No, not painting. Remember,
chalking.
Yeah, because
Chalking.
chalk is not vandalism because it washes off.
No, that's true.
I'm actually trying to find the one that we're referring to, where there was another injury over here. I'm double checking over here because I've found another one from 2021, where this one was actually in Wilton Manors instead, and there was older people that got hurt. Oh no, that's the same one. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to look to. I just remember it being on the news.
Same, and that's why I'm over here trying to find it, or at the very least trying to find out where it where it might have happened. Because I'm actually double checking in our in the old Facebook archives for all this stuff. Yeah, South Florida Pride Parade, killing one person and injuring another. Let me see here, and you see these fucking people are just there are people in the chat in that in the comment section saying like, oh well, Florida needs to pull licenses for everyone in here, and they're like, Good Morning America should be shut down for lying and for spinning headlines. Like, are we serious? Come on, like that's not.
Oh wait, I know what it was. It was the Black Lives Matter protests.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's what it was. That was what it was.
Okay, I see. Yeah, there's a difference on there, but no, I understand. Gosh, God Almighty. Let me see. I'm actually double checking to see what other discussions there's been because while there are efforts underway, there are actually efforts underway right now for trying to fill the gap on this. Let me because there is some good news on that, and let me see. Is that here or when was this published? 2 days ago. Okay, that's not terrible. Okay, so there, like, I did actually find the original post that was put up by Tampa Pride. It's on their website, tampapride.org. I'll even show everyone, because here's like the full actual message. Because the way they actually wrote it out, it's they wrote it to as if it was a public letter just addressed to the president of the Tampa Pride organization, that the person Carrie West. Let me see here. Mr. Quake was over here saying around DC area there's no Kimmel. Yeah, that's because even though they let Jimmy Kimmel back on the air, he's back on ABC, Nexstar and Sinclair Broadcasting, the network affiliates for all the TV stations, they decided to not air them anyway. So go freaking figure. Let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and read you all the full statement from the board of directors of Tampa Pride. Let's see here. And again, it's weird because they published this as if it was like they wrote it out as if it was like originally the letter just for Carrie West. I don't know why they wrote it out this way, but that's weird. Yeah, dated August 1st, 2025. Dear Carrie West, the Tampa Pride Board regrets to inform you that your employment contract with Tampa Pride will conclude on August 31st, 2025. Currently, we are unable to renew your contract. The current political and economic climate, including challenges with corporate sponsorships, reductions in county, state, and federal grant funding, and the discontinuation of DEI programs under Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has made it increasingly difficult for our organization to sustain ongoing operations for 2026. Due to these challenges, the board has made the difficult decision to implement a one-year hiatus of the annual Tampa Pride Festival and Diversity Parade and all the affiliated Tampa Pride events. We recognize the festival and parade's significant financial contribution to local businesses and its vital role to our LGBTQIA+ community. However, this pause is necessary for the organization to regroup, reassess our long-term strategy, and identify additional avenues of funding to secure the future stability of Tampa Pride events. Carrie, your remarkable dedication and unwavering service as president of Tampa Pride for over the past 12 years has been deeply valued. The board, directors, committee members, and community. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing that was posted in the rest of the article there. On behalf of the board, thank you for all your commitment and contributions throughout your tenure as a remarkably devoted community individual and leader. Sincerely, the board of Tampa Pride. That's all they have on their website. That's all that's posted right now. Like they're showing stuff that was different events that were open back at the beginning of the year, back in March, but nothing new, nothing scheduled. They don't even have anything posted from this year's Tampa Pride. They have Tampa Pride 2024 event map. So, like, what the hell? Why aren't there people keeping their website up to date? That's just that's just odd to me. It's just really odd to me. That's all. So like, it's not a joke. It's not a gag. It's not a prank. It's not a scam. However, there is some there is some more discussion that's happening in response to this, and this is going to be a little bit of good news here for you guys. And this was posted 2 days ago on let's see here. Yeah. I'm going to actually put this up. Let me see. Will this let me post it this way? How will it post? Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay. Okay, and this is by floridapolitics.com. Let me see. Why is this is such a weird website in terms of, like, what do you call it? Layout. I don't know why they have it laid out this way. Is there a different site that I could use for this? Okay. Yeah, no, I think I'll stick with this one from Bay News 9 instead. So, all right, yeah, because this one looks a little bit more comprehensive. So, let me see here. Yeah, that's actually what I was going to bring up, Ben Cruz. By the way, Ben Cruz is here on the Black Files. How's it going, folks? Welcome. We appreciate it. So, in response to this, our neighbors across the bay in St. Petersburg are stepping up to fill the void. So in this headline from Bay News 9, baynews9.com, the headline on it, it was from 2 days ago, September 22nd. Fundraising will soon begin for St. Pete Pride Parade as Tampa cancels their 2026 celebration. And this was published by Dahlia Dangerfield on Monday. All right, so while St. Petersburg, Florida, while Tampa's Pride celebration has been canceled for 2026, St. Pete Pride will soon kick off fundraising efforts for their annual parade next year. Yay! Okay, so the head of the St. Pete Pride said the parade will go on despite the tense political climate and the backlash against diversity, equity, and inclusion. Quote, "We started as a protest," said Byron Green Kalish, the president of St. Pete Pride's board of directors. The first Pride was a protest, and I believe the spirit lives on. The St. Pete Pride Parade has been around for nearly 25 years and is considered the largest in the Southeast. The president of St. Pete Pride said the organization lost $150,000 in sponsorships last year, but the community helped to fill the gap. This year, he said, fundraising will be even harder. Quote, last year we had some conversations with sponsors about the political rhetoric. How does that look? Their return on investment? And are they concerned about any backlash? And that was last year, said Green Kalish. Their conversations have only concluded with continued political violence, and the temperature has only been ratcheted up. I fully anticipate having these conversations with our sponsors. On Friday, Tampa Pride's board posted that they were canceling their parade for 2026 because of a loss of sponsorships and the current political climate. A lot of sponsors told me DEI is the reason they can't do it, said the former president of Tampa Pride, Carrie West. Tampa's mayor said it's unfortunate, but she understands. Hopefully, calmer voices will prevail and we'll be able to pick up next year, Mayor Jane Castor said. Others believe Tampa Pride should have worked harder to bring in cash for a parade in 2026. Let's see here. We are 6 to 7 months out, said former Tampa Pride Vice President Trevor Rosine. They couldn't have raised enough money for a community celebration? We don't necessarily need to be paying $100,000 to close off city streets and rezone liquor licenses to throw a one-day party. We can bring it back to its roots. Rosine said helped with fundraising efforts for Tampa Pride after COVID. He said he knows it's trickier to fundraise this year, but it can be done. Rosine said other groups have been discussing other events next year. I do not see a world where there won't be a Tampa Pride celebration next year, Rosine said. It will go down with or without Tampa Pride. So, we've got people who are looking to step up, and obviously we have some dissension. Like, the big point of contention, obviously, that we're able to point out is the fundraising efforts that everyone's concerned about. What are y'all's thoughts on this here? Jose, let me start with you first.
Well, in theory, I do like the idea of going back to its roots because, you don't need a lot of corporate sponsorships or anything like that. You just need people. You just need a large community. You just need a large community of people who want this festival to happen, and who are willing to come together and do whatever it takes to make it happen. Without any corporate hands involved. I actually like that idea. It's very punk rock.
All right. How about yourselves, ladies?
Yeah, you really I think with
You don't need a lot of fancy stuff.
Yeah, with corporate things,
It's about the people. When you come down to it, it's all about the people and the community.
Yeah, and also they can take that time instead of getting corporate sponsorships, start teaming up with local businesses and everything.
Small family-run businesses, local bars, restaurants, build reputation with them. You don't need a lot of fancy corporate stuff.
Yeah, it's like you guys watch wrestling, so you know how you don't like it when they're the sponsorships are
Slim Jim
right in your face.
Slim Jim table.
Slim Jim is on the freaking table.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's okay, you really don't need that. That's mainly to throw in your face. Hey, look, we sponsored this. Look, buy our stuff. We're only doing this to get you to look at us. It's
you don't need that.
Oh yes, because nothing screams pro wrestling like dude wipes.
Yeah.
Actually, that does scream pro wrestling if you think about it. I mean, after you're done in a match with your opponent, what do you got to do? Dude's got to wipe. All right, you got to wipe off your sweat. You got to wipe off all the.
You need to take showers.
Mm-hmm.
That's better.
Well, of course, taking the shower with that goes without saying.
You got to wipe off the stain of corporate synergy. But Jesse and but Ziana Rose and Dragon Flame, they do make a compelling argument.
Kayfabe, brother.
Quiet. I don't know. You didn't hear that, but Ziana Rose and Dragonfang, they do make a good point.
It would be better to, like you said, try to set the parade up with more local sponsorship. Yeah, I can dig that. And considering that we always have it in Ybor City, there's no shortage of local businesses all up in the Ybor City area who would just be chomping at the bit. Like, yeah, we'll throw down. This has been part of our community. This has been part of our heritage here in Tampa for forever. Let's fucking go. So I don't see any reason why there should be any sort of cancellation. The question on it is going to be, like, it is the issue of, like, how the hell are we going to have anybody come together for this stuff? Because this, because if it's not going to be organized by the Tampa Pride, like, the official Tampa Pride people, who all's coming together for this stuff? Because I did see one of my friends over here, he was also more relieved that there isn't going to be that much of a corporate, that there isn't going to be any sort of corporate presence over here. I'm going to read his quote on this. I'm not going to name him just to protect my friend. And where is it? Where to go? Where is it? Stop. Where is it? Okay, come on. Buddy, where the fuck? I know it was just a week ago. God dang it. Come on. No. No.
You got this.
Grinder. Let me see here.
Didn't need to know that.
No. No, the fact that at the Charlie Kirk funeral memorial thingy, there was a lot of Grinder traffic, and it was all over the festivities there.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Let me see here. My friend's exact quote: "I'm fucking pissed that liberal capture made cowards of the Pride organizing boardroom, but good. Fuck Glamazon. Fuck the Lockheed Martin float. Fuck Raytheon especially. They can't sit here. Either get with it or get out of the fucking way. We do our own. For Stonewall, for our trans siblings, for every loved one that didn't make it out of the 80s. And he's also they went ahead and said the parade has sucked for years. The market day with all the local queer artists and crafters is fantastic. Get the giant soulless corporate cosplayers out of this space. The rainbow capitalists will drop us the moment it gets rough, and we're no longer a valuable commodity. We see you for what you are." Fucking bravo.
Damn.
I could have said it better myself.
Yeah.
No, because
Mic drop.
think about it. If the big bone of contention is that they're like, okay, by the way, the head of Tampa Pride, the president of Tampa Pride, we're not going to be able to renew your contract because we couldn't secure funding for next year. So thanks to that, we had to cancel the official parade because there aren't enough sponsors to finance it. And I'm over here thinking to myself, what does it actually cost to get a permit for a parade or for a march or something like that? I do not know. I would like to know. Because, I mean, like, you've got to know these kind of things if you're going to be setting up any sort of public gathering. But I agree with him on the fact that, like, we have, like, how many different bits of junk and, like, rainbow-colored, like, stickers and logos and, like, free promo wear that you get that you run around with in a big heavy bag do we usually end up getting during Pride? Like, just from your own experiences, Zayana, Dragonfang, I don't know if you've had that or if you understand what I'm talking about here.
Hello? Oh.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got...
No, like a lot of the corporate stuff that they give with LGBTQ stuff, it's kind of soulless.
It really is.
It's like a carrot. It's like a carrot. dangling in front of you.
It's like, look, see, we care about you. We don't care about the money. We care about
It's like the donkey
Give us
with
your
the
money.
carrot. They're like, oh, we're gonna help you. You know, we appreciate you.
Not all corporations are like that, of course.
But a majority of them
But a majority.
have proven themselves
Only one
to
money.
be,
They want to capitalize on.
yeah,
Right.
which is, it's wrong.
Like, for instance, here are like this is the kind of support and solidarity that we would get from these corporations. Here you have the Pride celebrations from Mishima Zaibatsu, from the Shinra Corporation, from OCP, from LexCorp. It's so nice to see LexCorp showing their solidarity for Pride. Let's see here. From the Umbrella Corporation, our business is life itself. From UAC, Union Airspace. Let me see here. Who else? The Wayland Yutani Corporation. Aperture Laboratories, Aperture Science. Black
Team Rocket.
Definitely Team Rocket.
The Red Ribbon Army celebrating Pride Month here. The fucking Red.
What about Frieza?
Yeah, Frieza's army.
Frieza doesn't have any corporation, so there is no Pride logo on his ass.
Aww.
But then again, just Frieza we're talking about.
Yeah, he's racist.
He is giga racist. You think he's going to celebrate Pride for anybody other than himself? Oh yeah, InGen. We make the future. Abstergo, the SCP Foundation. Although the SCP Foundation is a little bit more neutral than anything else, but still, I get the joke that they're going with. Skynet is celebrating Pride here by Cyberdyne Systems Incorporated, neural net-based artificial intelligence. Isn't that so sweet? Isn't that so nice of these guys to show us their fucking mom's friendly robot company for Futurama?
Lol.
Like, this is the kind of shit that I would see at Pride, at the actual Pride parades, and almost there's like little to no like local businesses or non-profits or other like action committees and stuff. Like, yeah, no, what's his face? Ulysses Fartknocker, thank you. Frieza does look like that thing Chi-Chi keeps in her drawer. Yep. Mr. Quake in the chat, so it makes it feel like counterproductive. It's corporate America, so much handouts, so sad. Red Ribbon Army. Android 17 is trans, lol. Ha! No, I don't think he's trans. I think that Android 17, he just really wanted to be a park ranger. But that's not what's important. What's important is that it's this cynical, oh, we support you because you're part of our, because you're a customer base, not because there's any sort of principle to it. It's not genuine. It's like, I'm not expecting these corporations to live up to any lofty morals. But you'd think with the way that they say that they're any kind of ally or support or whatever, that they would try, that they would make the effort for it, but they don't.
It's performative support.
Exactly. That's exactly the word. Thank you. I was trying to find the word for it. Frieza, think money, think money, think. No, Frieza doesn't care about money. He's just a super powerful tyrant. He don't give a damn about money. Kyle in the chat, Trump is a Bond villain at this point. Right? And fucking Governor Ron DeSantis here, he's not doing himself any favors at all. But then again, he's not interested in doing anyone favors. The only things that the governor of our great state of Florida is interested in is torturing and tormenting as many people as he can. Because that's just the kind of guy he is. He's a creepy dude who would attend the high school parties of his students because he was a creep like that. And when he was working for the military, he got himself hooked up as a JAG officer. I'm sorry. I kind of hiccup there, as a JAG officer, and he oversaw the rendition of illegally kept prisoners at Guantanamo Bay, and he used to laugh himself to sleep watching people after watching people being force fed like nutrient shakes because like they were on hunger strikes or they wanted to be treated with humanity, and he didn't like that. So he let the operatives working there torture whoever he wanted, and he would just sit back and laugh his dick off. I mean, after he found the tweezers in order to grab said dick, but still. What's important here is that, unfortunately, we have a governor who is very much against people's civil liberties. He's very much against having any sort of diversity of thought or any form of difference of opinion other than his own psychotic ones. And unfortunately, that just means that we got to find ways to be able to show solidarity and show some support for the LGBTQ community here in the Tampa Bay area without any of the support from local government, from any support from local people, rather without support from like the corporations that normally finance this stuff. Yes, DeSantis is power hungry. You're right about that, Mr. Quake. That little loser thought that he could be more Trumpy than Donald Trump. Nah, nobody wants his ass. And I'll be damned if we let a loser like him stand in the way of people expressing themselves, of anyone in the Pride community, anyone who's Hispanic, anyone who's African American, Asian, Muslim, Jewish, fucking any minorities that isn't cisgendered, heterosexual, straight white men of Protestants faith that subscribe to his specific form of Protestantism. Then no. So fuck that. We're not like if just because we're not just like him doesn't mean we have no right to be here. Ulysses in the chat. Ron DeSantis is almost as bad as Greg Abbott, and that's saying something. Oh Lord, is that saying something? Because Greg Abbott's an asshole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very much so.
Texas, like, we think we've got it bad. Texas is a fucking minefield right now. Oh no, Mr. Quake, no, he doesn't care about white women. Like Ron DeSantis, he really, the only reason why, I'm pretty sure that his marriage is one of those lavender marriages. If you know what that term means, then you know. Oh. But if you don't, well, here's what the internet's for. But putting it simply, the only role the women in his view of what a community looks like is to be purely mothers or purely wives, being little Susie homemakers who will take whatever emotional or verbal abuse their husbands throw their way and will be submissive to them always, because that's the kind of creep he is. That's all he wants out of women in Florida, and that's all he wants out of anyone that who he thinks is lesser than him, is just pure submission, which I say, fuck that noise. We're not submitting over here. At least I'm not. I know for a fact that no one at the Ravens flock would support just having our fucking voices trampled on just because one asshole in power doesn't like it. So I can safely say that much, right, guys?
Well, yeah, of course. Like, come on, man. The whole idea of like, oh, the women, they belong in the kitchen, like that is backwards caveman thinking.
No, preaches. Right, ladies?
Yep.
Now, fuck that clown. I'm over here trying to think of what else to find, because I'm over here trying to see, I'm trying to look up other communities where there's been talk about all this stuff here. Because I'm also trying to find it up on Reddit. I'm trying to find up other discussions here. Let me see. No, these are just different celebrations and different art programs and stuff. Yeah, fucking hell. Okay, yeah, this is by Watermark Out News. Let me see here. Okay, so what is anyone saying about all this? Okay, Stonewall Democrats of Pinellas County. Yeah, okay. No, okay, these are just representatives. Okay, my bad. God, so what do I got? Like, I really wanted to see who all we can work with, or who all anyone in our community can start connecting with, as like different groups that already exist, or different communities online, who all would be best suited to organize for a new Pride Parade. That's what I want to find out.
In order for that to happen, we would need to network. We would need to talk to people within our community and go from there. But it always starts with finding the right group of people and build a network.
Ladies, any thoughts?
I agree.
Yeah.
Networking.
Yeah. Networking would be key.
But you can't just have only a tiny amount of people to do the networking. You need like a nice sized group.
It needs to
Especially
branch
something
out.
on that caliber, yeah.
And that's what I'm scared of. Like, because one of the things that they're saying is that the political climate is a factor in it, because the corporations aren't throwing in their money the way they used to. But it's also, like we mentioned here before, because folks are fucking worried that there's going to be other outbreaks of violence that might happen. Like, literally earlier today in Texas, there was a news report of a sniper popping two detainees from a distance at an ICE facility, and then popping himself.
Yeah.
It's like, it's ridiculous to me, because like, that's what people are fucking going for now. And supposedly they're saying like, oh, that was another Antifa person. Like, are you kidding me? Why didn't they try to shoot at
Kill the ICE agents
ICE agent instead?
Why they kill the detainees?
Right? So I call bullshit on that right off on its face, just on principle there. But I also know that security at this kind of event is going to have to be ramped up like crazy in order to make sure that everyone who decides to participate in it does so in a manner where we're sure that we're protecting ourselves, or that we're absolutely sure that that we can have these public demonstrations with very little incident, if anything. So that's what I want to find out. Like, what would it take to make this happen? Let me see here. Matthew in the chat for coffee this morning. I had a new Harry Potter cauldron cake creamer. It was toffee flavored. Cool. That sounds yummy.
Coffee flavor.
Let's see here. Mr. Quake. Marco Rubio bent the knee to Trump. Yeah. That's our Secretary.
Definitely.
That's our Secretary of State, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's Marco Rubio.
Yeah.
America is like 1984. Yeah, then 85. Women are more strong and independent. Well, I'll agree to that. Like, there are a lot of strong, very strong-willed and determined women right now, and I'm happy for that, because we all deserve the ability to self-determination. And yeah, Kyle also said this is Handmaid's Tale territory. Yeah, that's the kind of shit that Ron DeSantis subscribes to, because he's a freak like that. Now, I am double checking one more time on like the Reddit pages to see if there's let me see here, to see if there's any more discussions that's going on or there's anything happening in it. And lo and behold, there's actually discussions within the Tampa Reddit. I actually want to see what the hell? Hold on a minute. Give me a second. Hang on a minute. Okay, I see what's up. There's people discussing in the Reddit thread on this, and some motherfuckers were trying to get the same article that we just read flagged for hate speech. Which is
seriously?
What?
Why?
I kid you not. I wish I knew. Let me see here. This was posted, 5 days ago by Baby Back Guy on r/Tampa. It's the exact same article, the WFLA one that I was reading off, the one Dragon Fang sent. Let's see here. Moderator for that one said, this post was reported for hate speech. Fuck you for reporting this clearly not hate speech post. This isn't Fox News. Sorry if my original comment wasn't clear. I'm just really sick of this massive influx of reports for stuff like hate speech because the Cheeto in charge turned all of the Republicans into a bunch of snowflakes who can't handle seeing things they don't like on the internet anymore.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Unreal. Unbelievable. Yeah, sharing the news article is hate speech? I'm confused. I think someone, not the mod, reported this post as hate speech. People are reporting this as hate speech. The mod was just being transparent and letting everyone know that it was being reported and is telling whoever is reporting it for hate speech to fuck off. Yeah, you're not confused. Coding someone accurately now is now hate speech. So I guess news articles now too are now too. So welcome to Project 2025. And there are fuckers who are trying to say like, oh well, dude needs to log off and touch grass. Like, no, he's a moderator. He can still tell people to fuck off. Let's see here. LMAO, this comment illustrates that so many of you have such poor reading comprehension. It's pretty obvious based on context clues what the mod meant. Let's see. Thank you for defending free speech. Yeah, and here's actual comments underneath this. So, from Rude Rooster 00, remember Stonewall, we don't need a damn committee. Pride was a riot, said as with the wind here. Another Bear Dad Tampa. Okay, I guess this person's a bear in the community, or is that meant supposed to be Beard Dad Tampa? It's Bear Dad is how it's written. Very convenient timing and ready-made excuse. Funny how this happened after their financials were being questioned. The president of Tampa Pride was ousted by the board allegedly, but no one knows who's on the board. They pay the president a lot of money to rent an office in his home, the plantation as he calls it, so it's awkward. The president's not... What? No. What? No.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. What the fuck? No, they mentioned the president of Tampa Pride on here, Carrie West, as if there was someone who was fucking holding office on their own. What the fuck?
That is weird.
All right. Well, this disabled veteran, member of the LGBTQ community. All right. Yep. And so this is okay. Yeah, this is okay. This is interesting. The first thing that I'm finding here was that Carrie West highlights pride and preservation and community roots in District 5 bid for Tampa City Council District 5. And this was back, this was posted back on August 25th. So this is interesting. This person, Carrie West, he's a disabled veteran, and he's also a businessman over here. So he runs like a little antique shop in Ybor, and they're saying that his office is he calls it the Plantation. Okay, that's all weird. And so this person, Beer Dad Tampa, says, so that's awkward. This is a good thing for Tampa Pride. It'll be back with people who actually care about the whole community and not just the old cis white gay men. I don't know whether or not if this guy if Kerry West was just in it for having the seat. But the fact that he's also bringing up that there's also a discussion about him with this little profile about him, specifically mentioning the September 9th special election that we had already. Is it that he also ran for that seat at the same time for Tampa City Council?
Yeah, no, that does sound weird.
That is pretty sussy. That is very sospechoso. Very odd. I won't lie to you there. Let me think. Yeah, no. We'll read this shit together over here. This Main News 9 article. Let me send the link for everyone here, so that everyone can read along, or read on your own time if you want. I won't mind. There. So yeah. Let's see here. And this was posted, like I said, last month, August 25th, by again Fadia Patterson. See, among the he was running for it. The September 9th special election for Tampa City Council District 5 is fast approaching, with 14 candidates vying for the open seat. Okay, that just goes to show what was going on here. Among them is Kerry West, a disabled veteran, 40-year Tampa Bay businessman, and longtime advocate for the Tampa's LGBTQ community. Inside his Ybor City home, West's walls are filled with collages and framed photographs, snapshots from decades of business ventures, political campaigns, and community leadership. Let's see. West and his husband, Mark, have been together nearly 50 years and were among the first couples included in Tampa's domestic partnership registry. Yay, cool. All up here is all the times I've run for politics, West said, pointing out the collection of photos lining his walls. This isn't West's first time running for office. Now he's one of the candidates competing for the District 5 seat, which covers downtown, East Tampa, Ybor City, and parts of West Tampa. There's such a diverse community that you have everything from downtown, Channel Side. Then you have an area that's kind of growing, and what I mean by growing, it's kind of expanding outward from downtown area, because everybody wants to still move downtown, but there's no place for them, West explained. West serves on the Barrio Latino Commission and leads Tampa Pride, the annual celebration that has pumped millions of dollars into the local economy. His platform centers on affordable housing, public safety, transportation, and support for the arts. Let me find out how that. Let me find out where that how that election went here. I actually want to find out here. Let's see, because something tells me it didn't work out that well for him, or maybe it did. Who knows? Let me see. Election result was... Okay. Okay, so as of the special election on September 9th, Thomas Scott and Nia Young advanced to a runoff election. And the runoff vote is scheduled for October 28th. Since no candidate received more than 50% of the vote, that just means that those two got the most votes, but nobody got really won 50%, or right, more than 50%. So, okay, that goes to show it. And yeah, I get it that this story is a little bit more local. It's a little bit more, it's so insulated to Tampa Bay. It doesn't really have that sort of reach, but the fact that we have this sort of connection, this sort of situation happening with the Tampa Pride event being canceled the way it was, I'm worrying about like we mentioned earlier, the safety concerns of everyone who wants to try and do a Tampa Pride Parade without the Pride organization behind it. Because if we're going to be trying to get this set up without anyone's committee or anything else like that, or any corporate sponsorship or anything like that, there's no money for security. There's no money for securing permits. There's no guarantee that there won't be people wanting to take advantage of the attendees of this hypothetical next year parade, or March, or however we're going to end up doing it. Okay. So,
and more to the point, it might also create some sort of like ripple effect in our current climate, and I hope it doesn't happen. But we might also see other cancellations from other Pride festivals around Florida. Might. I don't think that's going to happen.
But it is interesting that there's that the folks on Reddit are having these discussions with this much insight, and I'm not sure how much stock we can put into it. But considering what is being discussed in these threads, in these message boards, there is discussion. There is people. There's folks who are trying not to discuss the safety of people individually deciding to come out for Pride without the organization, but they're more interested in the political aspect, like the fact that Kerry West was running Tampa Pride. He's not running it anymore. He's out. He tried to run for city council. That didn't work out. So I'm over here thinking to myself, was this just an excuse for him to not have any more obligations anymore? Because, like, hey, if he's going to be running for city council and if he ends up winning, then he's going to have too many things on his plate and, oh, well, he'll just have to drop one. Maybe if he just slacked off in one of his jobs in the community and all that, then maybe he could have an easy out so that he could pursue his political career a little more. Even though this guy has been around the block for a while. Like I said, he was one of the first... him and his husband were one of the first gay couples to get actual registry for domestic partnership in Tampa Bay. So it's like, that doesn't really set that good of an example if you're just out to put your face and put your name out just for the sake of it. And I'm even over here reading the fucking the quotes that he fucking puts up in that Bay News 9 article. It says here, my philosophy is just meeting one new person today, minimum. That's my philosophy. Like, hold on. He adds rooted in everyday connections. As voters weigh their options in District 5, West said his long record of advocacy and collaboration with city council and state, county and state governments shows he's prepared to represent the district's diverse residents. Yeah, I don't think so. Because he didn't end up winning. And it feels to me like he was... It feels to me that it was... the way this chain of events kind of plays out, he goes in and sets up for his bid. There's a call out within the Tampa Pride board saying that he's not going to be renewed for his employment contract with them. He drops off, and then as a consequence of that, Tampa Pride is canceled for next year because there wasn't enough fundraising effort, and he ends up trying to go for an election, and he lost it. So everyone lost out. If you want to be cynical about it, if you want to be like just saying like, oh, hey, this guy sold out the Tampa Pride Parade for his own political ambition, if you wanted to do it that way, that would be the chain of events that you'd have to follow. I'm not trying to be inflammatory. I'm not trying to be an asshole on this stuff. I promise that is not what my aim was in this. But that does appear to be the most logical and direct conclusion of what transpired over this last month or so. It's like, am I making sense or am I rambling too much?
No,
You're making perfect sense.
You're making perfect sense.
Oh, fuck. I really hope I'm wrong. I really do, because I don't like thinking that little of anyone that I don't know. Because from his experience and his work over the decades speaks for itself. But at the same time, like they mentioned in that same article, he's got political ambitions. This isn't the first time he ran for public office either. But apparently he hasn't held it. He hasn't held any sort of public office, not anything that shows up in the article at least. If there is anything that he's held, I'm sure they would have mentioned it here. So I'm wondering what the hell it was for. What was he trying to go for here? Let me see. We don't want to keep the building wider and wider interstates and taking up land that just doesn't need to be taken up. Instead, he advocates for smart growth that balances development and preservation. I want them to be able to securely live in their place of residence and not be fearful that they're going to be out-taxed and also have to move on or moved out because of development coming in and taking over their properties. To West, the answer lies in restoring existing properties rather than clearing neighborhoods for new construction. Like, okay, so, like, and this year, again, we've given away 10 scholarships. A lot of them this year went to a tech school. Okay, that's good, but, like, at the same time, like, it doesn't show what else he's done over the years. This just shows that, like, he serves on the Barrio Latino Commission. He used to lead Tampa Pride. And he went for this city council election, and he didn't even win the special election. We have a runoff next month, and that runoff election is going to be with a community organizer. Her name's Naya Young, and a former Hillsborough County Commissioner, Reverend Thomas Scott. And he was also a city councilman, so he had experience. She's up and coming. Like, so Reverend Thomas Scott, he's got experience on there. He's served before. Naya Young, she's a community organizer. She's got new ideas. She's got roots in the community. Whereas Kerry West, the head of the former head of Tampa Pride, he worked on Tampa Pride for 12 years. I don't see how long he's been working with the Barrio Latino Commission, but truthfully, it's like, it feels like he was just trying to, like, climb the ladder, and that's really cynical, and I don't like that, because I really don't want to believe that, but that's where that's where the arrows are pointing for, like, the likeliest conclusion. That sucks. I really, really don't want to make that kind of assumption, but it doesn't leave me a lot of, the way these stories are panning out, they don't lead a lot of wiggle room for any other interpretation. Let me see here. I'm also double checking on creative loafing. If anyone doesn't know, do you, Zayana, Dragonfang, Jose, do any of you guys know creative loafing?
Juan, I used to collect creative loafing newspapers back when I worked at in the warehouse. I used to stop by one of those little, like, boxes where I could pick up the newspaper. It's out free, and I enjoyed reading it. It was, I mean, granted that was years ago, but still.
Never heard of it.
No.
You've never heard of it, Zayon, Dragonfang?
No.
It's really popular. Very more community focused here in Tampa.
Creative loafing is is like magazine style newspaper, and they're not just in Tampa Bay. They're in other cities as well. I'm trying to see where all the creative loafings are. Oh God, where is it? Hang on, I want to actually show you guys. Loafing. Okay, so yeah, Creative Loafing is an Atlanta-based publisher of an arts and culture news. Let me see here. Stop freezing. There, Jesus Christ. Of an art and culture news and events newspaper magazine. The company historically published a weekly publication that once had 160,000 weekly circulation. While Creative Loafing is no longer publishing a newspaper, it continues to be Atlanta's primary calendar of cultural events. The company has historically been part of the Alternative Weekly Newspapers Association in the United States. So, yeah, the Creative Loafing was originally set up in Atlanta, and now they've got Creative Loafing here in Tampa Bay, which is fucking awesome. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's online, and it publishes physical copies of the magazine for people to check out, like arts, culture, freaking local small businesses, representation for like the queer community or for other minorities, music, food, fucking like some like it's like a Best of the Bay. It's where the Best of the Bay Awards goes into, and these guys are winners of Best of the Bay for multiple years over here. So they really are an excellent like get to know the local scene, the local community, and get to know how like different like opinion pieces. It's excellent. I strongly recommend checking it out. So I'm over here double checking what Creative Loafing was saying about this, because they also put up an article last week about this situation. Let me see here. Mr. Quake in the chat was saying, not cynical, just disappointed. As well, I'm not surprised. As the son of an immigrant, I want to fit in or be accepted. Yeah, same. I'm the son of an immigrant, goddammit. And like fucking, even though English is my first language, I'm always growing up, I've always been like, oh, you're a little like little wetback, you're a little Mexican, or you're friggin' you're an illegal immigrant, you're gonna get thrown out, like shit, stupid ass bullshit like that. You know, it's that kind of gross racist bull crap that sadly we have come to expect of our society. Let's see, like Washington Post Express. Yeah, kind of like that, Mr. Quake, kind of like that. Let me see here, because I wanted to see if Creative Loafing had said anything different. Let's see here, by Celine San Felice, and yeah, it came up, yeah, on the 19th. They even have a photo of Kerry West, and it looks like he's got like this cute like baseball jersey, you know, for Tampa Pride from this year. So that's always nice. Let me see here. Won't celebrate a 12th, at least in 2026. Let's see. The organization announced a 1-year hiatus. Social media post formatted his letter. Okay, it's not the first time Pride has shut down events and blamed DeSantis. Shortly after West's husband, Mark Bias, was ousted from leadership in 2022 over comments about the trans community, the nonprofit announced cancellation of Pride on the River. West told media outlets that DeSantis' anti-drag laws were to blame, but former board members said there was simply no manpower to pull off an event. At the time, several board members were ousted or quit due to issues with West. Tampa Pride's board consisted of West as president, Derek Durham as vice president, and Howard Grader as treasurer, as of an April Sunbiz filing. They have not yet responded to Creative Loafing Tampa Bay's request for comment. Last year, West was paid $115,600 of Tampa Pride's reported $457,985 budget, according to a December tax filing. Okay, what?
What? Can you repeat how much that was?
Okay, like, dude, how can any motherfucker make that kind of money when the total revenue was for the entirety of Tampa Pride is that little? What the fuck? Oh man, that is sus.
Math isn't nothing.
No.
Oh no. Oh god damn it, my worst assumption might be right. Oh god damn it. Let me see here.
Are they taking the money and running?
No, it's like this person's clearly fucking being overpaid. Because if there's this much happening and there's like, we can't get this going and there's so much manpower. How is Tampa Pride only operating on less than $500,000 a year? And this motherfucker, and like, I'm not saying it derisively, I say motherfuckingly in the Sam Jackson motherfuckering. How is Kerry West paid like 25% of the total budget for the operation of Tampa Pride? Where is that? Oh my god. No. Bullshit. Bull to the shit. Bull fucking shit. Oh my god. Damn it. Let me see here. Let me see. Mark Bias, Kerry West's husband, It says here, Baez, who was supposed to be off the board in 2022, was paid $6,200 as a key employee. Okay, for a tiny operation like Tampa Pride, an annual payment of $6,200 a year, that's on the lower end. That's horrible on the other side. That's like only making $500 a month. And let me see, I'm going to go ahead and divide up on here. 115, 600, what am I? Okay, whereas I guess Kerry West, I guess he's the breadwinner of the couple, because he made a monthly salary, paycheck, I don't fucking know if they do bi-weekly or salary, $9,633.33 a year. Or rather, a month.
Whoa.
Every month. I wish I could make that much a month. God almighty.
Can you please repeat that number?
Okay. Kerry West, the former president of Tampa Pride, made $115,600 a year. Rather, for year ending 2024. With what that breaks down to is a monthly salary of $9,633.33.
God, that would be the dream. I don't even know what to do with that money if I got that much.
I know what I would do.
Juan, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna get to bed.
Okay, Dragon Fang, for real, thank you for bringing the story up. Thank you for showing us. Get some sleep.
You are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
I will try and get sleep.
Please try.
And no promises.
No, of course. Now, this is crazy shit. I'm over here, I'm actually uncovering more about Tampa Pride in this little bit from Creative Loafing than I was expecting. Let me see what else we can get out of this article here. West recently ran... Oh my god. That's worse than I thought. Get a load of this. The city council election that he went for? West recently ran in the special election for Tampa City Council's District 5 seat and did not make the runoff after earning just under 2% of the vote.
Yikes.
I didn't realize he screwed the pooch that bad. Oh. It is unclear if another organization or entity will step up to host a Pride event in Tampa this spring. As the board alluded to in its letter, local arts and DEI programs are being defunded. Non-profit Creative Pinellas was just defunded, and community radio station WMNF Tampa was forced to hold an emergency fundraiser after cuts at the state and federal level. Over Labor Day weekend, both Tampa and St. Petersburg officials complied with FDOT orders to take down street murals, including rainbow crosswalks. A City of Tampa spokesperson didn't immediately respond for comment. Okay. Yo. Okay, shout out to the writer of this article, Celine San Felice, because this person fucking nailed it. Okay, they're a managing editor at Creative Loafing. Shit. Because, seriously? The way that this actually brings up, the financials of how Tampa Pride was operating, and this is how you fucking get brought out for all this stuff. No fucking way. Listen, if you've got that kind of salary, you've got to be fucking showing something for it. Not like, oh hey, we can't do it, we can't hold a fucking work for that salary. Fucking push everyone and their mother. You gotta, if your job is to coordinate fundraising for the event and securing that fundraising and making sure that it's allocated for security and getting the permits and getting set up with rentals for booze and yada yada, everything that you normally see for Tampa Pride, you gotta fucking make sure you work for that. If I'm getting $9,000 a month, getting that kind of bag, you better believe I'm gonna be fucking sweating like a pony. Fucking making sure that I'm knocking on every door, shaking every tree, looking under every rock to make sure every last red cent that I can raise for my organization, I'll fucking do it. Because if you're paying me that much, there's an expectation of results on here. So this again is giving me that, oh no, don't tell me he was fucking just phoning it in so that he could get more bona fides for his fucking political campaign that didn't work out. And now that it's showing me that much, it's like, holy fuck. Holy shit.
That's insane.
It is fucking insane.
Like, if anyone is getting that much money, you expect to actually see results. Otherwise, you shouldn't get that money.
No, seriously. At the very fucking least, what you ought to do is if you're any kind of fucking advocate for that shit, any month where you don't meet like a fundraising quota or anything like that, you fucking take that month's salary, you eat it instead, and you throw that money into the pool. Because that is like, okay, I didn't meet up. I have not earned this. This money is better spent on getting the event going. So fucking, like, no, that's at least if I was in this guy's position, that's what I would be doing. But I'm not in his position, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately, if that's considering the fucking circumstances. Jeez. Let me see here. I'm also seeing a lot of racist dumb shit in here and a lot of homophobic shit.
Yes.
Like
Of
fucking
course.
people were fucking there's another idiot over here was saying
Like they can't help themselves.
saying that like, oh, Mayor Jane knows we're a tourist destination and have been supportive of the event. Gasparilla succeeds because it doesn't care about your sexual orientation, just raucous behavior at the extreme, but does have 3 levels of parades for kids up to XXX behavior. Like, what the fuck? Tampa Pride needs to find a better professional leader and mainstream it's even slightly to broaden its paying customer support base in terms of crowd size and become, in essence, another Gasparilla type event without being Gasparilla itself. What the fuck? XXX behavior? Are we talking about the Gasparilla parades? Like, what, the night parade?
Never heard of it.
Like, I know that the night parade is...
X behavior.
Like, dude, give us a break. Yeah, and someone else saying, also, no one's forced to go or to take children or to take kids. Like, fucking... What the hell? I'm over here thinking, like, this is just fucking... That's just fucking weird fucking phrasing on this guy's part. Let me see here.
Yeah.
I'm over here trying to find out, like, and there's people like, why don't you just hold a fundraiser on your own? Quit taking the city's money. Like, oh my god. Unreal. Unbelievable. Fucking... So, yeah, like, there's a whole... It's not just the fact that we're worried of fucking retribution or that we're worried about people getting hurt or like the safety of attendees or that kind of stuff. It's not just that. There is internal like fucking bullshit happening within the operational side of like the LGBTQ community for this. There's clearly infighting shit. There's clearly like a lack of fucking care on behalf of like this guy Kerry West or just not being able to measure up. Like, dude, I am all for accountability when it comes to this shit. If you fucked up, you own your fuck up. Do not try to pass it off to someone else, even if sadly, unfortunately, we are living in a fucking hellscape right now where people are being fucking persecuted and hurt out in the open for either being Muslim or Hispanic or being a black person or for being gay or even supporting any of those minorities or anyone else. It's like, yeah, that is something that's happening and that is something that's fucking terrible. But Kerry West better not be fucking making any sort of fucking excuse for himself at this point, because you can't blame that if your job is to secure this sort of fundraising and you don't end up delivering. It's like, you've got to be able to find other ways. You've got to be able to find other forms of fundraising. Like Ziana, like you and Dragonfang said earlier, just going in with local businesses. They won't be able to fucking do too much money-wise, but they'll be able to get promotion. They'll be able to help draw interest. They'll be able to integrate more within the local community, which is more
And
important.
benefit the local community.
Exactly. Like, the rainbow capitalism bullshit, we can do without it. We could definitely do without it. And I'm not a fan of how apparently Kerry West, this isn't the first time that he's blamed is blamed Ron DeSantis for being a racist and transphobic piece of shit. But that doesn't mean you can shift the blame on your responsibilities of your work onto someone else. Like, yeah, he's an asshole, but he didn't make you not do everything you can. Unless there's like something actionable that you can show, saying that there's actual direct evidence of interference from the governor's office. Like, you can have, like, if you've got something like that, if there's something that you can find that can be traced back to DeSantis as like a direct result of it, then by all means, I would love to fucking see that. I would absolutely love to see that, because it will bury fucking Ron DeSantis underneath the jail kind of shit.
Yes, 100% it would.
But if that's not what ended up happening, if Kerry West, if he wasn't pushing it hard enough, he's got to be able to say, hey, I dropped the ball. I wasn't able to push hard enough. I wasn't able to secure what we needed. I wasn't able to meet the expectations that everyone in the Pride Board has placed on me, that entrusted me with. Fucking, you step down from there. So fucking do it. But if that's not how he's gonna go, if he's just gonna blame, if he's just going to play the blame game, then I guess it's a good thing that he didn't win his city council election there. Because that's not the kind of fucking person you need on the city council. I don't care if they're gay, straight, bi, trans, fucking queer, if you're a bear, if you're a furry, I don't give a fuck. That's not what's important to me. I don't care if you're Hispanic, if you're white, if you're black, if you're Asian, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, atheist, fucking anything like that. Like Scientologist, yeah, I'll care. Because I don't want no Scientology in government. I don't want Tampa Bay looking like Clearwater. That shit's a nightmare. But that's not what's important to me. I'm not attacking Kerry West because he's a gay man. That's not what I'm up to. I'm saying, like, if this evidence is correct, if the way that this story was from Creative Loafing, if this was being presented accurately, and if the discussions on Reddit are any kind of an indicator that this isn't the first time that there is money trouble happening with Tampa Pride, because how the fuck did he make off with $115,000 on an operating budget of like $457,000 for the whole of Tampa Pride? Where did the rest of that money go? That shit doesn't fly with me. Then it's a good thing that in that case it would be a good thing that this person isn't in charge of Pride. And unfortunately, the LGBTQ community here in Tampa have to eat the cost. And I'm not talking the financial cost. I'm talking the cost of not having the Pride Festival, of having to worry about our own protection now, of worrying about of trying to consolidate and set up a Pride celebration without the board. because I am 100% behind that. Like, fuck it. If we don't need your permission, we don't need we don't need the approval of the Pride board. We can do it ourselves. Just got to figure out who all we'd be working with, and that's what I'm worried about, because with there being so much uncertainty, so much stochastic terrorism kind of bullcrap happening. There's going to be people who might not be working in good faith, who might want to try to do bad things to someone else, and I don't want that. So that's what I'm concerned about. Any thoughts on that, or any adding over here? Oh, snap. Haley Ray Stout. Holy shit. How's it going?
Hey!
Hey, welcome to the Black Files. Yeah, she just stopped in to say hi. And, yeah, Scientology and QAnon, no. Yeah, no, you're right, Kyle. No, I am not down with Scientology at all. Not one bit. Not no way, not no how. But fucking...
You better not be.
Obviously not. What the hell? No.
Good.
Yeah, no,
because I would kick your ass if you were.
She's just stopping in to say hi. Appreciate that, Haley Ray. Zayana, anything else you'd like to add, or K-Storm? Anything else? No, K-Storm's out of it. She's like,
check that out.
A bit, yeah. Zayana.
I got nothing else to add.
Nothing else? No. Okay.
Nope.
All right, and let me see here. Oh yeah, no, we saw that. Haley Ray. That's from forever ago. The little animated WWE stuff. Yeah, we saw those. Scooby Doo, Jetsons, Flintstones. Yeah, that stuff. The Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah. Oh man.
Psychotology. Yeah, you're right, Matthew. Those guys are fucking nuts.
But yeah, I was gonna say, well, actually, no. You know what? I'll save it for my final thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll wrap up over here, because at this point, we've got like Zayana said that she's already said, you got nothing more to add, nothing else you wanted to say on this tonight, Zayana? Because this has got.
Yep. No, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be watching this closely and hope for the best, honestly.
Because this is kind of fucked up. This is kind of scary.
It is, yeah.
Shit. All right, Jose, go ahead and let me get your final thoughts too, and let us know what we can expect tomorrow night on this week's edition of Wrestle Rewind.
All right, so final thoughts on this entire topic altogether. First of all, I am fucking bummed that Tampa Pride is canceled for next year, because I actually went there once. Actually, no. Did I go? I'm trying to remember. I think I went there either once or twice, but regardless, I went there and I had fun and I was happy over there, and it was awesome seeing other people over there, celebrating a Pride, and just having fun, doing what they love, and enjoying the company of the friends and family that are with them. And it's one of the major community events that brings our city together. And just to have it be canceled like that is just like a real fucking kick to the nuts, and by extension, a blow to the morale of the LGBTQ community. I still stand by what I've said earlier, that if they really want to do this, like, they don't need to rely on corporate sponsorships or anybody or anything like that. All they need to do is just build a network and talk with each other. We are a large community. We're a lot larger than some people think. So all we need is just a large group of people that are actually passionate, that want the same thing, and just make this shit happen, man. Make this shit happen. But at the same time, I also acknowledge that with our current political climate right now, there is reasonable trepidations, reasonable fear of wanting to bring this event back, because of everything that's happening, from like shootings to like kidnappings and all that stuff. It's just their fear is justified.
No, I get you, Joe. And what about this stuff that we've uncovered of the former head of Tampa Pride, this guy Kerry West? Your thoughts on him, or if you have anything?
Oh, him? Oh, the guy. The guy who pretty much who was only in it for the money.
Who pretty much torpedoed Tampa Pride for himself.
Yeah, he can go fuck himself. He could go fuck himself.
So fucking
we don't need,
right?
His interests are purely self-serving. We don't need someone like that in charge of in that position of power.
Yeah, I'm not. I like I said, I wasn't. I really didn't like making that kind of assumption. I wasn't hoping that I was wrong, but I really don't know whether or not if that's what's actually the case with this guy. If he really was just in it for himself, but if these folks on Reddit, if that's any sort of barometer to measure it by, then that's a fucked up problem here. Like, you're right. We can't have anyone like that in any community just working just for themselves like that.
Exactly. Yep, that 100%. Now, for tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube and Kick, join me and my tag partner, Mr. Juan Arouse, as we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. For tomorrow night's edition, along with our weekly review, we're going to be reviewing the main event of this year's AEW All Out, which happened over in Toronto, Ontario, Canada on September 20th, and another event that happened on the same day, WWE's WrestlePalooza, which happened over in Indianapolis. And you're going to be very surprised of the outcome for both pay-per-view events. More on that tomorrow.
Appreciate it, Jose. Thank you very much. I'll go ahead and I'll take my final thoughts here, too. Appreciate it, guys. So, it's like, I was honestly thinking that this wasn't going to be too much meat to the story, that there would be just discussion about, oh, hey, there's like Tampa Pride isn't happening this year because everyone's worried sick, that everyone's scared, which there is a factor of that. There is an element of that, and that is not deniable, but it doesn't look like that's the actual functional reason. At least not in this case. And it's fucked up. Because, like, that form of cynical blame shifting, that form of cynical politicking on the end of someone who's a trusted member of the community, that doesn't do anybody any favors. It doesn't come off right. It feels like someone who's only interested in being a member of his own community and being in a position of trust and leadership, so long as it serves him first. Because if those financials are correct, if there are any show of it, then who lordy, like Jose said, if he was only out for his own self-interest, then no, fucker should not get to renew his contract. Especially if he didn't manage to fucking secure funding for the next year. And this just disappoints the shit out of me, because I want there to be celebrations for our minorities over here, for different nationalities and different religions and just different ways of life and everything. Fucking, we all deserve it. I just want to know that the people who are in charge of it are operating in good faith, because if they're not, there's ways to find out. There's proof of that shit. And if the Creative Loafing article is just like tip of the iceberg, then fucker does not need to be running anything. I'm really not one to talk, because I've never owned a business on my own. I've never fucking had a chance to be able to do a lot of community organizing. I know that. I understand that. I know how difficult it is. The difference is that I don't have a lot of experience in it because I don't have a lot of resources that I could really draw upon in my life. Just today, like I mentioned, I'm celebrating that I got a car. That's great. But it's like it took a year to figure out the financials and to figure out how to get past everything. And almost throughout that whole time since Hurricane Milton, I've been walking like a total of like 5 miles every time I need to go do a grocery run. I had to take a little folding little trolley wagon that I would use to carry groceries around, as if like the little the little red wagons. I forgot the fucking name of it. The radio flyer. There we go. But it's like, that's the shit that I did just to get by. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of resources. I don't have a lot of connections. I've got connections in our nerd community, and I'm thankful for that. I've got connections with my family, with my friends here in the Ravens flock, and I'm thankful for that. This guy had built up networking and built up communications with and resources with people in the LGBTQ community, in the local community in Tampa Bay over decades. And somehow he's not able to pull this shit off? Like, man, dude, I wish I had his kind of resources. I wish I had his kind of connections. I wish I had his kind of stroke, to be able to do this shit. In order to be able to fucking accomplish what needed to be done. I barely have enough of that just to get by. And this isn't me fucking crying. This isn't me giving sour grapes. This isn't me whining like, oh, woe is me. I'm so fucking unfortunate. Yeah, I know. Life happens. Fucking bootstrap your way. Fucking, I bootstrapped myself until I fucking broke the shoelaces. And that only got me so far. That's one of the reasons why I fucking can't stand people who have the kind of stroke, the kind of influence like Carrie West has over here, and not using it to the fullest for the benefit of his community, for the benefit of everyone important to you, like everyone in your community. Because if you're not doing that, then that's a disservice to everyone, And that's one of the one thing that really pisses me off, which is why I'm glad to see that there are people who are willing to go ahead and march and do Pride next year in March, with or without board approval, with or without corporate sponsors. It won't matter. It's just going to be the LGBTQ plus community celebrating in solidarity, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next, because I want this to have a happy ending, at least a satisfying one where we have a resolution on this. And you better believe, however this story turns out, or any other stories delving on the more serious and darker side of nerd and geek culture, you better believe that we'll discuss it right here on this show, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens flock, The Black Files, hosted by yours truly, Juan Rouse. Be sure to request... Oh, hang on. There we go. Yours truly, Juan Rouse. Be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. For Jose Casmon, Angel Mendez, Dragon Fang Cosplay, Zion Rose Cosplay, and K-Storm Cosplay, I am Juan Rouse. This has been the Black Files, and we are out.